Hi everyone, this is the continuation part of the chapter chemical bonding. The continuation part of types of chemical bonds, second one is covalent bond. Covalent bond. For formation of this bond, we have three rules. First of all, the two elements must be similar charges. Must be similar charges. I mean that both elements are mostly contains both either positive charge mean cations or either negative charge or anions. And second one is mutual sharing of electrons takes place. Mutual sharing of electrons takes place. Now see how these two rules are applying. I am taking one example. O2 oxygen molecule. How the O2 molecule is formed. For the formation of O2, how the covalent bonds are formed, I will telling in this example. See, O2, two oxygen molecules are there. This is one and this is another one. We already know oxygen containing 6 valence electrons in their outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This oxygen also containing 6. Okay, according to octet rule, every element must 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So already this oxygen atom contains 6 and this oxygen atom also containing 6. So this oxygen atom wants 2 electrons. At the same time, this oxygen atom also wants 2 electrons for getting octet rule configuration. So these two oxygen atoms are shared these electrons mutually. So these oxygen atoms donating these 2 electrons for this oxygen. At the same time, this oxygen atom also donating these 2 electrons to these oxygen atoms. If the mutual sharing of electrons takes place like this, if you observe elements individually get octet configuration. Now see this oxygen atom contain 8 electrons in their outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the same time, this oxygen also. Now see this oxygen atom, this is also containing 8 electrons in their outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you saw these two oxygen atoms individually containing 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So mutual sharing of electrons takes place. This oxygen donating to this and this oxygen also donating this simultaneously. So this type of sharing is called mutual sharing. So mutual sharing takes place at the same time both oxygens containing negative charge, similar charge. So these two rules are applicable forming these two bonds. So that's why these two bonds we call it as covalent bonds. Like this type covalent bonds occurs. Let's take another example. Example 2. Cl2. Two chlorine atoms. This is one and this is one. Each chlorine atom containing 7 valence electrons in their outermost shell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This chlorine also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this chlorine wants 1 electron. At the same time, this chlorine also wants 1 electron for getting octet electronic configuration. So this electron is donating to this chlorine, this electron donating to that chlorine. That bond is formed. So if you saw the individually, this chlorine contain 8 electrons. At the same time, this chlorine also containing 8 electrons in their outermost shell individually. So mutual sharing takes place. At the same time, two chlorine atoms containing negative charge, anions. Mutual sharing takes place and similar charges. So the resultant bond we call it as covalent bond. Okay. Like that, let's see another example. H2 molecule, hydrogen containing only one valence electrons in their outermost shell. At the same time, this hydrogen also containing one electron. For here, we already discussed in previous class, exception of hydrogen and helium, both are containing only duplet configuration. So in their outermost shell, only two electrons are there. Two electrons will be occurs. So this hydrogen donating to this, at the same time this hydrogen donating to this. Individually we observe this hydrogen containing two electrons, at the same time this hydrogen containing two electrons. Exception of octet rule, hydrogen, duplet configuration only two in their outermost shell. This is the covalent bond. These are the examples: oxygen, chlorine, H2.